Family, it's Nomsa here at Nkosi Talk Shows, Find Your Own Voice, Lead from Within. With me today, I have Claudia Pasa. How are you, Claudia?
I'm very well. Thank you so much. Hello, everyone.
Awesome. So our topic today is the path to transformation, understanding the science of lasting change. So in this captivating video, we will talk about the science of lasting change, unveiling the path to transformation, discover the essential principles and intricate mechanism behind the process of genuine transformation from renowned experts in the field. Claudia, you chose this topic, and I'm wondering what was in your head when you chose this topic, or something that motivated you. And I'm sure the audience are wondering the same thing.
Absolutely. Well, I wanted to highlight a few things in regards to habits and change, and to give us as well, all of us, some more understanding, because I found out as well, once we understand a few things more, how they work and how it is all set up with, then we can actually get a bit more results around the certain topics as well we pick here. So it's just like to bring some understanding into it and some wisdom. Oh, you a bit silent, Nomsa.
Thank you so much. And when we talk about this transformation of understanding the lasting change, I think it is very, very, very important for our audience to understand that when it comes to life, it is very, very important to actually have principles in place that can help you with lasting change in your life and find that breakthrough when it comes to life. And personal development is very, very important. There are some people, sometimes you hear them saying, I don't need any personal development, but when it comes to life, they are living a miserable life. Personal development is very, very important because it's personal growth. If you don't grow, what happens? You actually perish. That means that you will die and go to the grave. Your dreams, I was listening to my pastor the other day, and he was saying, if you go to the graveyard, there are billionaires who have never made it. There are bankers who have never made it. There are so many people who never made it, because personal growth is very, very, very important to transforming your life. It's very, very important. So, Claudia, what I would really like to ask right now is if there is anyone who is watching and they're like, I would love to go into personal development, but I don't know how to begin this journey, because some people, they do begin the journey and then they give up. Some people, they set up a New Year resolution and they're like, I'm going to focus on my growth, but then they actually don't get to actually finish what they've started. So what advice can you give them, please?
In regards to personal the development or the change?
Both.
Both. Okay, good. So in regards to personal self-development, there's so much information out on YouTube just these days as well, just scroll, see what it is actually as well you would like to learn a bit more and to understand. So and put the topic in the search, in YouTube, and then you have the videos coming up as well. Within us too is just so many topics we address, and obviously everyone wants to learn and to improve somewhere else. So the variety is out there, and obviously as well books. I hope people still love reading books. Otherwise, obviously as well, we can read them online too. So it's just as well, again, just search a bit, type in the keywords, what it is you would like to get a bit more wisdom and to get as well better at. Then you can get books as well. So there is actually so much out there. And then Google obviously is, well, the internet, no? Or you can find as well some groups where you live, like some meetup groups or so on, in between like-minded people. So this would be a bit more in person and to meet actually as well people who are interested in this specific topic as well you would like to learn more about. In regards to change, I would like as well, just like to have a little, chat with you, Namsa, because as we all know, including you and me as well, that intention and willpower alone is not really a lot and enough to just to create change alone. We might have all the best ideas and intentions, but it doesn't really always go the full way. And research as well says that only 36 to 35% of those people, they actually never manage to convert their intentions into actions so that they create the change. So it is just like a bit more behind it, rather than just coming up with some idea, or I would like to have some changes in my life. And obviously as well, there are like many reasons why it's a bit more difficult and it takes effort as well for people to change. I highlighted just like a few here. Sometimes people don't want it enough so that they stick with the challenges and everything that would come up as well when we want to go and to change something in our life. So, I mean, we all have experience in this. I'm pretty sure about it. And then is as well, we don't see always the clear picture of what it is as well in regards to changing. And sometimes we have to do, I would say we have to repeat some things or to do the same lesson over and over again until we actually have the aha moment and see the lesson in it or the blessing in it. And then we come to realization as well, okay, it's time to change this particular thing in my life, because they did understand the lesson around it. But obviously until then they had to do a few rounds in regards to repeating their behavior and so on, but they just didn't get the desired outcome. And one thing is as well, we have to want it more than we fear it. That is as well good to know for us, because fear will always come up when we want to change something, and depending what it is, it will be a new thing and we don't know it. We don't know how it feels like, how it would fit into our lives as well, and fear will always come up. So this is as well good to know and to understand. And then as well, we have competing desires inside of us, and this is a bit more unconscious. So on some level, for example, one wants to go for a relationship. So they have had enough of being single and they would love to go on a conscious level. They would love to go out there, date, and to attract their new romantic partner into their life. But then they have a competing desire unconsciously, some old fears, something they picked up as well, maybe from their parents and so on. This is all unconsciously and we don't know about. And then we have like some fears or programs running in regards to love hurts, love is painful, I'm afraid I get abandoned if I open up. So all these things are unconsciously. So consciously, we do want to go for that specific desire and change it into our life. Unconsciously, we have like fear and programs running. So this is what we call competing desires. And this doesn't really as well give us results, because it's a bit like you put the foot on the gas and then you've got the fear in here, and it's like put the feet again on the brake. So you don't really get far with these ideas. Nomsa, can you add something as well? Why people don't create the change in their lives? Is something coming up for you?
I think what happens is we do want the change in our lives, but then, like you said, Claudia, um, fear will creep in if you have if you don't have a self-awareness of who you are as a person, your values and your beliefs, because we create our values and our beliefs, but that self-awareness is not in our subconscious mind. And in order for you to transform your life, you have to understand yourself, your strength, your weaknesses, your values, your beliefs. Once you understand your values, is very, very crucial. They need to initiate change. And also it will actually, when you identify all those things, it will help you to create meaningful goals. Like what Claudia said, that we don't have a clear, if you don't have a clear clarity of what you really, really want in life, of course, when we grow up, there's these negative things that are planted in our childhood attachment, but sometimes we don't have negative things from our childhood attachment. The things that we have is if somebody has been rejected, they find it really, really hard to actually find that courage to go on. So if you are somebody who's been rejected and somebody who doesn't love themselves, who don't have confidence, or if you are struggling with confidence, just put it that way, or you feel that you are not enough, so you have to ask yourself this question: why would God create you to actually be here on earth, to actually feel sorry for yourself? He created you because he knew that you were unique. If God created you, your parents named you. Or if, let's say, your parents rejected you as well, some people get rejected by their parents and then they have questions, but you have to ask yourself, if you are really a living human being and you are on earth, that means you have a purpose. It doesn't matter who rejected you. It doesn't matter who thinks that you are not enough. By the fact that you are here on earth, it means you are unique. You just have to find that courage to actually go on and find strength to transform your life. Many will come into your life, they will tell you that you're not good enough. Do they have a right to affirm who you are, to define you? No, they don't. A woman will come in your life and tell you that you are not enough. Does that woman have the courage to actually define you? No, they don't. So you have to tell yourself that if you did not make me, you cannot define me. And as a person as well, you just have to know that if you're struggling with confidence, it's not that people don't want to date you or anything. You know that you have to know that you are enough. You have to deal with that confidence, because that's what will be lacking in that moment. Not to add another burden and say, you know what, I'm not enough. There is no good men out there. Of course, these people that we meet sometimes, it does not mean that when a relationship doesn't work, it doesn't mean that they are wrong or we are wrong. It just means that we were not compatible. We wanted different things, but now that we're not together, we just have to find a way to find that breakthrough. Life is a game. You have to know how to play it. Playing life, it means when you fall, you have to know how to pick yourself up. You have to gain your strength. Like I've been running my business for 5 years. My website disappeared on me. I woke up one day, one of my clients tells me that, Nomsa, your website is not there. And got hacked, my emails are not there. So since for the past 3 weeks, I've been working, it gets sorted out, somebody hacks me, gets sorted out, and then I get hacked. So I don't have a website, I don't have an email, but does that stop me? actually doing the things that I love to do, it doesn't stop me. All I understand is problems are temporal, nothing is forever. That's all you have to understand. If there's any audience that are watching or you've gone through something, know that the problems that we go through in life, they're not permanent. I might have my website. I think the website designer, he had to redesign another website because I didn't know that without a password, the website does not exist. So I've lost it. But my website is there. It can go up, but because of some things that are going on, I can't put it up. But then it's going to go up. A different one is being designed. So is those are the life things that you have to go through, and going through those things, you have to create the science of change. You have to understand that life is what you create. I always tell myself that I'm never going to let problems take over my life, because problems are problems. They get sorted out. The end of the day, you stress out, like maybe you get married, a relationship doesn't work. I know the stress of creating the marriage, everything, Claudia, meeting somebody and going and find them, and then things don't work. I know that stress, and I understand it. If somebody says, no, Mr. you don't understand, I understand it. But I also understand that that person is special too, and they're unique. And that uniqueness should not end there. It needs to go on. Over to you, Claudia.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, looking at it as well, like change is already happening all the time as well, even when we don't put effort and intention as well in it. So this already helps as well to understand, right? Yeah. As you say, that it's already happening all the time, and that is like natural as well for us. And but okay, this is good. And in this case as well, we would go with the flow of life, but then as well, obviously, we have as well the intentions when we really want something on the conscious level to be changed, or we want the promotion or the new house, whatever it is, you know. And then as well, something here is as well where habits, they play a big part as well when it comes to behavior changes, our beautiful habits. And I read online that, like, I think they said like 45% of all the activities we do like daily are already happening habitually. So this includes like brushing the teeth and driving and so on. And just like as well, this morning when you put on the trousers or when you got dressed, do you still remember which way you put the leg in first, the left or the right, or the left or the right arm? So all these things are already as well like parts of our habits, and they're as well very important, and they play a role too when we want to change something. And in regards to the habits, I mean, they do work as well if we are a bit more present with them and consistent as well. Yeah, they say like it takes up to 2 months as well to create a new habit. And therefore, actually, as well, sometimes it's good just to switch a few things around, you know, like in the bedroom, in your house, in the kitchen, living room, just to change it, to make it a bit of a different habit as well. Or what I have found as well, when I go away, it can be a weekend, a trip, or like a holiday, just not to be in my same environment, you know, like a new scenery, everything new and already there. It helped me as well to start a new habit, to form it, because I'm out of my comfort zone, you know, out of my safe zone, being at home and everything. So it's just like, yeah, little things as well to remember in regards to habits as well, because we need them too in regards to change on the other side as well our behavior, so that we can go for that change we are wanting to go for. And then, as well as we said earlier, Nomsa, fear will come up, and so will resistance as well. So I would love everyone to be prepared as well and to understand as well. It will come up, resistance, like words in regards to, oh, I'm not feeling this right now, and I should not do this. Why would I bother? I've been always this way. So all these stories which are coming up as well, is good to see that this is a built-in protection as well. It's designed as well to be in our minds. It's a protection. It's coming up because our mind thinks that what's familiar is safe. Okay. And when I actually understood a bit more about the mind and how it works, how it wants to keep us safe, because it's just the way it works, it functions, everything what is familiar, aka as well our comfort zone, the mind just wants to keep us in here. So, and then we want to go for something outside of it, and then it starts to be, the fear comes up, some resistance and so on. So, but once we understand this and expect it and can plan for it, we are a bit more prepared. Namsa, what do you do with this? How do you do today when you have the fears coming up in you and they tell you the stories? Yeah.
Honestly, I used to have fear before. Yes, fear used to come a lot, and I'll find myself contributing for losing confidence because of that fear. But I go to church, so I ask myself, why do I go to church? I go to church because I believe there's my God out there who can help me with my fear. So what I did is I've changed my attitude. I changed my habit. I don't fear anymore. The reason why I'm saying I don't fear no more is I fast. When I fast, I activate my spirit man, my winning spirit, which is that helps me to with my everyday life, the Holy Spirit. And I also, because what happens is, we live in this world where it's so stressful, and your subconscious mind can actually go to sleep. That means when you are walking as a zombie, the fear is easy to fear things. So I actually call myself out. Nomsa, wake up. The reason why I call myself up when I pray is that I want to activate my inner child. I want my inner child to guide me through life, and that's why I don't fear anymore. I pray and I pray and I pray when I'm feeling that I'm actually connected to my prayer. And then that's when I call Nomsa out. I just call me out, and I call me out. When I call me out, I find the strength. I can feel the difference. So that's how I actually pray. So for those who didn't know that, sometimes you can actually go to sleep. Your subconscious mind you can go to sleep and be a walking zombie, and that means the fear is there because we live in a world people are judgmental. And when people are judgmental, sometimes people can be like, what's the heck? What is there to live for? And that goes to your subconscious mind. So always make sure that I am aware. The way I pray, I have pastors actually, like we talk about personal development. I have a relationship coach. I have a business coach. I have pastors that are coaching me. My brother Leroy is very good. He's on Facebook. He's really good. He speaks the truth. He tells me the truth. With my image, if I go wrong, he tells me the truth. And I have my father in the Lord, Dr. Olukoya. He's very, very good. He helps. The reason why I call me out is he has those kind of prayers that I use, and I call Nomsa out. And when I call Nomsa out, it means I get creative. Anything that I need to do, I can feel that I can do this. And if I'm feeling sad or I'm feeling fear, I know that I'm not alone. and everybody else, no one is alone. We have angels that are guiding us through. We have God. You don't have to be necessarily a Christian. Even if you actually know that He is there, He will be able to help you. So when I have fear, I just get on with it. I used to fear a lot, and it used to affect my confidence. You know, when you start things, and mostly when I started my business, like you go out, you will be talking to people, and the people will go to your website and they'll find something, and then they'll make a comment, and then it affects you because you take it personal. And sometimes you'll be like, okay, and they'll be like so one day I went to this business event, and this girl, she was like, oh, so what do you do? I was like, I'm a matchmaker. And she was like, are you married? And I was like, no, I'm not married. And she was like, how can you help me if you are not married? I was like, I can help you. And she was like, that woman, a matchmaker, the millionaire matchmaker, and she was like, she wouldn't match me because she is not married. I was like, yes, she can, because she does it for living and she's earning money. For me, yes, I'm not married. Like, I haven't got ring, but I'm in a relationship. I've got 2 children. It's a choice that it's a choice that I've chosen, that I don't want to get married. I'm not married yet. I love to get married, but when it comes to relationship, if you ask me about relationship, I tell you what I tell you inside out. So when I opened my mouth, because she wanted to challenge me, but I was like, I'm not here to challenge you. If I really wanted somebody to challenge, we'll go on a talk show and have a talk show and have an argument. So that's what happens when it comes to relationship when it comes to creating your own life. I've gone through divorce myself, so you can, if you can ask me about a relationship and the lasting change. Before, I didn't have a clue about my first relationship, honestly. That's why my relationship fell apart. But now, actually, like yesterday, like we talk about values and beliefs. Like yesterday, I got up in the morning, and these guys don't wake up early. I go to church, like my church starts at 10:30. So I was like, these guys are sleeping. It was their dad's birthday, and we're going to have his birthday party at 2 o'clock. So I was like, they're sleeping, but God is calling me. Let me go to church. I was like, guys, I'm gonna go to church and pray for you guys, because tomorrow the birthday will be gone and we'll still be struggling. We need them. So I just went to church, and then I come back and everyone is panicking. I was like, why are you panicking? I just had to go to church, guys. It's Martin's birthday. You still need God. I still need to bring him closer to me. And they were all panicked. I was like, just calm down. Everything is going to be fine. We're just going to have this party. We're all going to be fine. In the end, we all were fine. So you have to create the habits. And when you create this habit, Claudia, that you're talking about, they have to you have to maintain those habits consistently, because if you don't, and some people, they compare their lives, they like to compare themselves to other people. I don't know if you have any friends, Claudia, that loves to compare. I'm not married, she's married, driving a nice car. I don't have a nice car. She's living in a big house. I don't have a big house. Oh, I like what she does, but I don't do it. Don't compare your life with somebody. You're stealing your joy.
Yes.
I'm gonna leave it here, Claudia. You take over.
Yes, absolutely. Because there is this a quote: "A comparison is the theft of joy," right? And you just said it. And I just try to agree with it. I kept reading it over and over again. Yes, yeah. I mean, yeah, I've been there too in the past. I wasn't aware of how things go or how you play life and so on. So I was comparing myself to others, but then I realized as well that it's just not possible, because we are all different and we are all good in other things and not so good in something else then, and it's like a comparing apple to oranges. It just doesn't work, you know, just like, yeah, that's something I did understand once for all, and then yes, just not doing it anymore, because as well, the thing is with comparison is we have to understand as well that on some level others will always be better in certain areas than us, okay, but therefore we have our strengths as well in areas where these people are just not good at, okay. So it is, in the end, I believe it's all balanced, and we are all uniquely perfect already. We just don't see it, yeah. Just to go back as well to the relationship and to explain a bit more in regards to change and habits, you know, like being single and then you want the relationship, you go back into dating and so on. I mean, be prepared as well to fall down and to have some relapsing in regards to building some habits here for you to be again out there and to go out dating and so on. Just like be prepared as well that you just fall down, you have some experience, and then just like you come down again, because some of your old patterns will always come up to begin with, okay, some old stories in regards to why you should stay single and so on, you know. But then as well, but once you realize that it's part of it as well, of the lasting change and of overcoming this fate, obviously we have to look as well at the competing desires, as I said at the beginning, you know, the conscious and the unconscious fears, but like still as well, expect as well that you relapse, you come down, and because some part of you always wants to go to this old pattern of you, you know, so just like understand this too, because this is part of a cycle of change. But then once we know this, we can just pick ourselves up, we realize what's happening as well, and then we pick ourselves up and we go out there and we do it again, you know, yeah. So just important. I thought this is important as well to know. And in regards to creating a new habit, I mean, there are as well a few things. For example, expected, depending what it is, expected it to be harder at the beginning, you know, it's just like something totally new, depending what it is, like driving. I live in the UK, I'm from Germany originally, but the first 10 years in this country, I didn't even drive because I was living at an area in London where I was well connected, and people in London don't really drive. Here we have the tube and the buses and night buses and trains and everything, and you just don't really drive when you live in London. So it was just a bit harder for me to go back into forming again the habit to drive. Okay, so it's just like, but yeah, I actually in this case as well, just thinking back of it, I wanted it more than I feared it, because in the UK as well, we drive on the left-hand side, Germany is right-hand side. So obviously as well, I was a bit afraid as well if I would manage to stay on the right side and not to drift away. But again, you know, the wish to be finally independent, you know, because I moved out of London and to be a bit more independent, and just like the wish was bigger than the fear. So yes, it does work. Yeah, so I expected it to be hard at the beginning. And then as well, the habit, the new habit you would like to create, just make it specific, because the mind understands when something is specific. So it's just easy as well to build this into your life. And then as well, one thing at a time, you know, don't make it too many new things at once. This is as well why sometimes 3 months goals are very good as well. So you focus on one thing in 3 months, 90-day goals, and then you do the next thing. Okay, just like just like one thing at a time. What works for you in regards to creating a new habit?
Creating a new habit is if I want to create a new habit, I have to find the reason why I want to create that habit, and I have to look at the ending in mind. What would my life look like if I was to actually continue with this habit and to actually keep going until I get there, transforming my life. And then I have to create a support system if it's needed, because we do need support. And once you create a support system, and then you have to have clarity, and then once you have a clarity, persistence and resilience is needed in that moment, and then you just keep going. For me, as I say, I don't make a decision and then fear at the same time. I used to fear a lot, coming to the UK and not being born in the UK as well. It used to cause fear to me, like I would ask myself, who is going to take me serious? And so those are the things that I used to fear. But the thing is, when you are creating your life, you're creating your life for you. There's going to be people that are going to support you. There's going to people that are going to talk you out of your problems. There's going to be people that are going to tell you that you are not enough, you cannot succeed in doing all those things. But the truth is, if you put work in something, you succeed. It doesn't matter what color, what background, where you come from, you will succeed. Everything requires work. Like Claudia was saying, you need to read books. You need to develop yourself. There are coaches everywhere. Register yourself for some webinars, free webinars. You don't have the time. Cut down on watching TV. If you watch TV for 2 hours or 1 hour, 30 minutes, give it to personal development and some learning, like whatever you want to learn. If you are in a job, you want promotion, arrive early. If you start at 9, arrive 2:45. Be the last person to leave, and learn your job. Get to know your job very well. If you ask me, like, Nomsa, what does a man's role in a relationship, I tell you. If I'm a woman, if you ask me what's my role in a relationship, I tell you. What I teach online is what I teach myself at home. That's my character at home. I know I'm a provider. My spouse is a provider. I'm a mentor. When I enter a relationship, I don't enter a relationship to put my spouse down. My spouse is there as an architect. He brings a vision. I date a man who knows what they really want. You have to have a vision for me. Even though I have a vision, I know what I want. But men, bring a vision for me. Tell me how you want to look after me as a woman. And then me as a woman, I mentor that vision. Together we mentor that vision. I bring the ideas, and together we make it happen. That's the list goes on. So you have to be somebody, whatever you do in life to create the habit, you got to be in the present moment. If you know your values, you know your beliefs. My friend is getting married. How she met her spouse, getting married next month. How she met her spouse, I remember her very well. And she was looking for men on the dating site, and then she came across this profile that was really written bad, and she went, oh, not this one, I'm not gonna contact this one. I was like, this one is the one we are going to contact. Is the one that we are going to contact. So she actually contacted the guy, but they're getting married now. If I wasn't there, she would have dismissed it straight away. I was like, no, we don't do that. Just contact him. Just because he's written a profile, it's like it shows that he hasn't got the time to actually sit down and write the profile. He's a professional, and it turns out that he's actually a professional that does not have the time. So the reason I'm sharing this is because sometimes we think we are not enough. And when we see things, we are like, no, I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna do that. To me, I pay attention to every detail. And I patience, meditating. I don't know if you're a Christian, meditating the word of God. If you're a non-Christian, you can meditate. I've never done meditation of a non-Christian. I don't know how it's done. So you can meditate. But for me, I meditate a lot. So I'm in the present moment. Just there. I fast a lot. If I really, really, really need to connect it to my spirit, if my life is not working, I'm feeling weak, I'm feeling that I need a connection, I'll go on a dry fast for 3 days just for me to connect with God, to be in the present moment. You need to be in the present moment. The reason I'm sharing this is how I create my life. So you have to come in yourself. Okay, if Nomsa create my life, so these are her beliefs. So what's my beliefs? And then use your beliefs to create your life. And you have to be all in. If you are a Christian, you cannot say I'm a Christian, one leg is a Christian, one leg is out. You've got to go all in. In that way, you can find your breakthrough. If you are not a Christian, there are some beliefs that you believe in. Just use your beliefs and create your habit to transform your life. And like we said before, hey, Nogunene, like we said before, we don't go around comparing our lives with other people. But what we do is, if let's say you watch somebody, Claudia, she's a coach. You're like, I love Claudia. Instead of you comparing your life with Claudia, message Claudia on social media. I love your style. I love your character. I love what you do. What motivates you? Share a secret with me. What motivates you? And then Claudia will share with you what helped her transform her life, the science of a lasting change. For me, if you compare yourself honestly with Nomsa, that will be killing yourself. Honestly, if you find coming to my house, I bind and cast out. There are times where sometimes I sit down with God and tell God that, God, I don't understand. I do everything. Why is my life not? And then he'll help me. Say, Nomsa, find a helper. Sometimes my life is not working. I go on a 3-day fast. Sometimes my life is not working. I go on a 70-day fast with the Dr. Olukoya. Sometimes my life is not working. Claudia, she's a Nkosi talk show manager. I have a meeting with Claudia. Ask for some advice. Just because I'm a coach, it does not mean I know everything. I don't. My life is not working. I do all sorts to make sure that I transform my life. And imagine you enter my life within a second, not knowing what I do to change my life, and then you judge your life just like that. The confidence is gone. So that's why I'm saying it's very, very important to, if you admire somebody and you love somebody, just ask questions. That's what I do. I ask questions, and that's why I become the person that I am today. I ask questions. I grew up with the 2 men in my life, my dad and my dad. I never called my other dad a stepdad, but he is my stepdad. So I grew up with my dad and my dad. I have 2 daddies. I go to that one, he will preach the gospel of success. I go to that one, he would preach the gospel of success and the gospel of image and you name it. So I was like, I want to live this life of creating your own image. I want to know God. And that's why I do what I do today, is because of my childhood attachment. I had to get rid of the things like that it did not serve me anymore. Being close to my parents, it affected my relationship, my intimacy relationship. So no matter how much you have a good upbringing, there's gonna be something that is going to affect you, and then you have to get rid of that habit. For me, I was looking to get married to somebody that is like my dad, that is like my stepdad, my mom, my grandparents. But then it was affecting my relationship. When I was growing up, my family would sit down with me, tell me the consequences of not listening or not creating my own image. And then I go to date men, tell me off. I'm like, no, I don't get told off. I get loved. And I get, when I'm doing something wrong, you have to explain it to me because I don't understand. So don't expect me to be a psychic. So that affected my relationship. Instead of me communicating, I will go into this business of silent. Claudia, have you done the silent? I don't do it anymore because it's embarrassing. But
yeah.
where you don't talk to your spouse, you go silent.
No, I did it in the past, but these days I would go away until I calm down, and then I come back, and it's about communication. Yeah.
I used to do that too. I think when I was 20, I stopped doing it when I was 28. I'm 45 now. So I go silence. You want to talk to me? No, I'm not going to talk to you because you've done this to me. They'll be like, no, I'm not talking. And the poor man will be begging, oh, I love you. Oh, I do this. And then now when I think about it, I'm like, what the heck was that? That behavior, Numsa. It's humiliating if I look at it. But now I don't.
No, same as well. It's about communication, right? And to address it as well, and to see if it can be changed as well. Again, here, like the thing in between that caused the distress or the fight, the argument here, just like to change this as well. Or if one has to change something that the other person, doesn't like this.
Communicate your needs.
It's important as well. Well, this is another topic, obviously.
Yes, and also it's very, very important. Like sometimes, I don't know, Claudia, if you've seen people, they stop their dreams because the family members don't agree with them. It's very, very important to know that no one is going to agree with you transforming your life. But you have to agree with yourself because that is your dream. Sometimes people will get jealous. Sometimes normally it's people that we are closest to. They might not tell us that they're jealous, but they will say things that will stop us moving forward. So all you got to do as a person is know that your dream is your dream. No one can take it away from you.
And give yourself as well the permission. Don't wait for others to give you the permission to go for your dream, as well, family, partners, and so on. We do this. We wait, for them to say it's okay. No, it's just us. Please give yourself the permission. It's your dream, Yeah.
Your dream is your dream. You just have to. You have to be in a place where you want this. How much do you want it? And when you want this, you just go for it. Just find your helpers. Find people that can help you to achieve whatever you want to achieve. And the family members, if they don't agree, they're fine. They'll come back to you when they see you succeeding. They'll come and they'll be telling you that I believed in you. There are some people in my family that says, Nomsa, I always believe in you, and I'm like, liar.
That's good. Yeah. That's good. But again, yes, just it's true. Especially
Nogunene says that I would like to find a mentor for humanitarian services. Would you be in a position to help you? Yeah, we have a good network of coaches. Don't worry. Yeah, we have laws. We are surrounded by coaches. Yeah, so if you need whatever coach you need, the umbrella, we are in the umbrella of the coaches, so you don't need to worry. Yeah, so Claudia, yeah, my family, some of my family, they never believed me, honestly. I when I came to the UK, I didn't have a degree. And some of them told me that there's no way you can enter United Kingdom if you don't have a degree. And I was like, I'm not asking for a degree. I am actually asking to go to United Kingdom and to actually go and work. So I came here. I had so much fun.
No.
I didn't have, you actually don't need a degree to succeed in life.
No,
But you
you
need some
don't.
education.
Yeah. Education. And again, yeah, this is just a belief as well. You don't
Yeah.
need a degree. I don't have the degree, and I don't even have this belief. My partner, though, has the belief, yes, he does, but I don't, It's just like, it's again, what you believe, you get to attract outside, so I don't actually as well. And success means different things for all of us. So it's just, it's all different versions
Yeah,
of success.
although with Nkosi talk shows, I think I have a degree, but I'm still studying, doing some research and stuff. But for Nkosi talk show, I wanted to be a university one day, so and I need some sort of understanding of how university works. So that's why I'm studying. And you don't have to give up, and don't actually let people affirm what you can do or what you can't do. Just do whatever you want to do in life. Whatever you believe that you have that talent, just manifest that talent. And when you do manifest your talent, and just keep going, because any dream that comes from God cannot be taken away by anybody. If you have a college, you finish school. I left school when I came to UK. I finished school in the UK. Honestly, I was young when I left home, finished school in the UK. Then when I finished, I continued with my football, retired in 2009. Then I went to uni after. But I didn't just say I went to uni because I was like, I got interested in psychology. It's a very, very fascinating subject. So that's where I ended up going to uni. But otherwise, you don't really need a university certificate to actually succeed. There are so many people who have degrees, but they don't have jobs, some of them. So you don't really need, but your mind needs to be in the right place. You need cultivate. You need the anointing. I say the anointing of cultivation. And when I pray, I say, God, give me the anointing of creativity. Creativity of education and protection. That's all you need. And you won't be disappointed. So guys, so I have my prayer that I always use. If you are a Christian, this prayer works. It really works. And if you're not a Christian, I will say I give you a few things for those who are non-Christian. Set goals, plan and take action, no excuses. Mindset shift your mindset to overcome obstacles in life. Persist and resilience, continuous learning, integration and maintenance. Your mind needs maintenance, self-care, and well-being. And then you understand the science of life changing. That is somebody who is not a Christian. But if you are a Christian, let's get into this business. There's this prayer. You can find it on YouTube as well by Dr. Olukoya, Dr. DK Olukoya. It's Raw Power of God, RAW, fall upon me. And the mantle of the prophecy, fall upon, mantle of the prophecy, fall upon me. You want God, when you say raw power of God, you have to repeat it over and over and over. You cannot be thinking about poverty when you're praying it. You cannot be thinking about somebody who dumped you. You cannot be thinking about the obstacles. You got to focus on him. The reason why you call him, do you know why you call him? Is because when you say finances, I need a financial miracle, okay? I need creativity miracle, okay? I need this miracle, okay? But when you call this man, you want him to give you the real portion of your destiny. So then if you do this a few times, maybe fast, and you go and do mantle of the prophecy. Mantle of the prophecy, it means I want to see the hidden secret. I don't want to be a prophecy, but I want to see the hidden things about my life, my destiny. Any secret, hidden secret that could bring creativity, that could make me a millionaire or billionaire. God will show me. Mantle of the prophecy, then God will show you. Ordain my feet like Joshua. When you say God ordain my feet like Joshua over and over, what is Joshua's story? So you have to understand that. Ordain my dreams like Joseph's dreams. Joseph he refused. He was thrown in the pit. He was thrown with this problem and this problem until God gave him his own blessings. So that's when you'll be asking, Pentecostal power overshadow my life, and ask, finally, blood of Jesus to speak for you. Silence every negative voice, every friend that has ever spoken negativity, every ex that has ever spoken negativity about you. Just silence it. Blood of Jesus, wipe it away. Or if you believe that you are chased by the graveyard people, the dead people, silence the land of the dead, silence the land of the living. You name it, whatever comes into your mind, just go with whatever comes into your mind. That is the thing that I leave you with, guys. Over to you, Claudia. And also, I'm just gonna finish it and then Claudia will take over. If you want to follow Ngozi Talk Shows, we're here Monday to Friday, 1 p.m. UK time. And please follow us and get into the conversation. And Nowunene, she was getting into the conversation. Get into the conversation. And some people, they get scared that if I comment, people are gonna see my name. But I'm gonna tell you, the power of taking control of your life is coming here, getting involved. And it helps with confidence. It makes you feel like you are involved at Ngozi Talk Shows, because that's why we want you to get involved. When you come, don't just watch. Just type and put some comment. Anything that comes, or it doesn't have to be a problem. Just word of encouragement for other people, because when they read, it will encourage them as well. Yeah. And over to you, Claudia. Our audience, if they want to connect with you, and guys, you can't connect with me at the moment, because you can connect with me over my email or my phone number, my office number. My website is not working, but I'm hoping that it will be working today or tomorrow. I'm just hoping. Over to you, Claudia.
Yeah, absolutely. Just like, let me just see some takeaways as well. Yeah, obviously as well in regards to what Nomsa just said, if you have something and you feel inspired and you want to share, feel free as well to do it, because it might be a bit awkward or not like in your habits to begin with. But again, once we do something a few times, and then it's more part of the habit again. Here we go, it's just like, yeah, just like keep doing it as well. And yeah, so yeah, and support as well in regards to creating something new, change your habit. And you did mention it as well, Nomsa. So yeah, just like support is always good as well if you feel like it's just something a bit out of your reach. Yes, and the support can look like an accountability buddy, a friend, the partner, what it is, or you can work as well with one of the coaches as well. So I'm Claudia Prischer, and you can find me on LinkedIn, Facebook as well, but LinkedIn is better. And yeah, just like please join us as well. As Nomsa did say, we are here Monday to Friday, and we always have like some juicy and interesting, fun topics as well. Yeah. So thank you so much, everyone.
Thank you so much, everyone, and God bless. Live with grace and continue the science of lasting change. And Mahwale, just well done, girl. Not seen you, not had a chat with you for a long time. So just drop me an email or a message on Messenger. Let me know how you're getting on, girl. God bless.
Bye.